Silver Creek Studios for another episode of Get a Load of This.
The fuck's so funny?
I don't know.
Just go.
The vent came on and you made a face. You were like, what was that?
I had an itchy nose.
All right.
We're going with this. You want to start over?
Yes.
No.
I want to
Do you?
start.
No, fuck it.
No,
That's
but-
Jared. I'm Ryan.
Hey,
who the fuck are you?
Damn it.
I'm Papa Claus.
That's they don't have to be
happens.
crisp. Fuck it.
Trying to be professional here.
Trying to be professional.
Well, they know. They know
we're
we
not.
all all start off real nice and professional and
yeah.
clean, and then it goes downhill directly after that.
Listen to episode 39 if you're worried about clean and crisp.
Speaking of trying to sound like you know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
that's the theme of our episode today.
Well, yeah, kind of. It's also just shit that pisses you off whenever you hear people that clearly don't know what the hell they're saying. So,
Well, I don't know. I mean, you guys are wanting to talk about car stuff. I don't know if it necessarily pisses me off. I just hear it.
We know it pisses you off.
Yeah, Russ Fielding. But
So we've said a couple things recently that Joe likes to point out. Is incorrect.
2 episodes ago, I said something about welding a fender, and Joe corrected me because
you wouldn't weld a fender.
Yeah, so
I mean, you could if you're repairing that fender,
Right.
but if you're replacing it, you would use bolts.
so it's shit like that. I
Exactly.
don't think that pisses Joe off. He's just going to correct
No,
me
I
and
just-
say,
yeah.
So
hey,
let's
hey, dumbass, don't-
enlighten the audience.
Right.
What is the difference between a fender and a quarter panel?
Well, a fender is the forward extension past the passenger compartment.
It's to the left or right of your hood.
Right. Correct. And then the quarter panel is the stationary rear fender, if you want to call it, that is welded, that is part of the unibody side of your car.
To the left or right of your trunk.
Correct.
Or deck lid.
Correct,
So
yes,
a fender would be from the door forward
Correct.
and could be bolted on, right?
Is bolted.
Is bolted on.
Well, I wouldn't say always
Generally.
because I would say the
Jesus.
early 90s Sahara vans, those GMC vans, you had a weld the fender at the A-pillar.
Can't say we're not educational.
You had a weld the fender. So, and then.
So aside from an early 90s Sahara van,
fenders
are
if
generally
you want to
bolted
change a
on.
fender and your BA Baracus, then you need a welder. And which they didn't have welders. They had oxyacetylene torches.
Yeah.
But they acted like they were welding. And I can tell you right now, the flame that they always showed was never hot enough to even do anything other than make sparks and piss people off.
Are we talking about the A-team now?
I'm talking about the A-team.
Yeah. So in reality, you're saying they really weren't quite
No,
the A-team.
hell no. They barely would have melted a hockey mask.
His face was funny, though, man. That dude, he could make it happen.
Murdoch,
Not
but-
Murdoch. No, it wasn't Murdoch. Who was the crazy one? That wasn't
Murdoch.
Murdoch was
Murdoch.
crazy.
Okay. Who was the dude in charge?
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah,
Face
Murdoch
was the guy with
funny.
the vet, the white.
Yeah, Face
Yeah,
was
the
the
84.
handsome guy.
Yeah.
The 84 vet.
So look at
White with an orange
We got a
interior.
topic. We're talking about the fucking A-team
See?
now.
Well,
It's amazing
I thought
how
we were
this shit-
talking about how people are wrong when they speak about cars.
But all of our
Mirrors are
listeners
still
out
called
there, all
mirrors.
around the world, they
All
appreciate
around the world,
they appreciate
crumble to
how
me.
this magic
I
happens.
hated that band.
You hated Sugar Ray?
Oh, I still hate that band.
What, Mark McGrath?
Yeah.
Nah.
Hell of a TV
He's a
host.
dude. He was on Big Brother Celebrity last year, and he is a douche.
Is
yeah,
he?
he's a
Yeah, he looks wet-faced to me.
Well, he's
Like,
like
why don't you dry off?
he's
you
old.
fucking
He's
wet-faced.
had too much plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah, I seen him in...
He's still got that white blonde hair, and it's like, dude, just go gray, dude. You'll be fine. You'll look distinguished, and people will respect you
not,
more.
Not with a fucking oily wet face like
Well, he should have.
like your second ball just dropped. Are
He
you
should.
kidding me?
He should just go get old. People should just get old.
Get old.
These
I
guys that
agree.
get plastic surgery, and gals that get this plastic surgery that make them look like all wet face. The shit stretched out like
who
like
ruined-
it's a plastidip.
Yeah. Oh, that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? I agree with you on that. And you know who I always thought was a very attractive woman was Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
on Friends,
Mm-hmm.
and
Did she get stretched out?
Oh, yeah.
it looks
She's
bad.
had some
And
work
I
done.
really, it's upsetting because you would think someone like Jennifer Aniston, who still is a knockout,
top notch. Yeah.
would be able to step in and say, "Look, man, just try the Aveeno."
Right.
Courtney Cox looked like someone that would have aged gracefully too.
I
Like she would have
guarantee
been
she
a
would. She
gorgeous
just let it
older
go.
girl.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
That was the other ones I see, and you're like, yeah, that's great. You look like
What's that
Max.
chick from Dirty Dancing?
Jennifer Grey?
Jennifer Grey.
Well, she got
I
that
gotta
nose
say-
job.
fucked up, too.
No, she got that
looked-
nose job,
she
and I
looked
thought
good.
she was
Yeah,
really pretty.
I agree.
Really?
She just
She
wasn't
doesn't
Jennifer
look like
Grey anymore.
doesn't look like baby.
No,
Right.
I mean
No,
she's
not at
completely
all.
different, but
Yeah.
she looks good.
Yeah,
Just doesn't look
but
like
it
the
ruined
same
her
person.
career.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
it's not
I
like
would,
she
I
went
like
and got
to
her
think
nose
Dirty
fixed. and
Dancing ruined her career, but
Oh no, I thought that was a
That
great
was her
movie.
biggest role.
Yeah.
What else
That's
did she do?
terrible.
it's a terrible movie. I
Other
mean,
than Ferris Bueller's
it's
Day Off.
famous and everybody likes it, but it's
What
a
else did
terrible
she
movie.
do? Jennifer Grey did nothing.
No,
She
you're right.
Friends, reoccurring role as
Yeah,
she was Jennifer Aniston's
sister.
Sister.
not sister. It was,
No?
it was
Oh, best
her
friend.
friend,
that
her
stole
best friend, who was her maid of honor, and she ran out, and then
Yeah.
that girl ended up marrying her ex.
You never cease to amaze me, man.
Barry.
The
was his
shit
name.
that
Barry,
the
yeah.
shit that you know
Yeah,
is
It's amazing.
mind-boggling.
Yeah,
man. We got to
great.
do a trivia night or something like that. Bring it.
yeah.
Jesus, we got to flex that. We're gonna have to bring back. Make sure you at least.
Yeah, keep me off 39.
Yeah, we.
That was rough. I apologize. No, I really don't. That's just shit happened.
Well,
you know
still,
what?
but
Those
see,
are-
even whenever you're fucking blotto, you still know shit though. You still, and we think you're right. I mean, you talked about
look it up.
you talked about clouds for 10 minutes a few
I did, and that
episodes
was
ago,
right,
and
too.
you were shit faced, and I
Yeah.
believed you. I think
Well,
you're right.
It was right.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, back to try to get
So yeah,
back on
so
track.
if I was going to put something in the trunk and I wanted to shut the trunk, I'm wrong when I say that, right?
But you can shut the trunk. I don't know how you
What do I
shut
close?
You
I close
the
the
deck
trunk.
lid.
The deck lid.
You would close
Yeah.
the deck lid.
The deck. What is this? A fucking Navy?
I don't know.
Battle-
These are
what it is.
official
battleships.
terms. See, he
deck.
refers to it, and I get it because I got in trouble. When he and I did my car, I had to order parts
Yeah.
for the car. I didn't have to order a deck lid, but
And
I had
this
to,
is where it comes from. So go on. Keep
so
saying
I
your
had to
story.
order, whatever. I had to order an interior door panel. I didn't, but let's just say I did. So when you're going through the parts list, you're going through your book catalog. You can't look for a trunk lid.
Right.
You're never going to find it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
You're never going to find a left blinker. You're going to find a driver's
marker
light. You know,
Yeah.
so there's a reason why
Sure.
it's called a quarter panel versus a fender
because everything has a name,
Mhm.
and that's a saying that I grew up with. So when hey, where's that thing at? Everything has a name.
right.
Yep.
So
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so here's the big one that I never would have got right. If you said, what's on the, what did you say? The back,
With
where your
rear
speakers
your rear
go.
window is where speakers are generally
Behind the back
installed
seat.
behind the back seat.
What is that called?
Where you would throw a box of tissue if you were 90.
I
Or-
would have
or your
said,
or a
ice scraper.
Garfield stuffed animal, or your ice scraper,
what would you call it?
I would have called it the rear dash.
which a lot of people would.
Yeah.
But that's incorrect.
Right.
It's called a package tray.
Package
Yeah.
tray.
So I learned that too.
Or
Package
what I like to call an infant holder.
Yeah.
When, so if
pretty
you
sure
don't
I
have enough
rode-
room, you just throw a kid back there.
I'm pretty sure I rode the entire state of Kansas on the package tray of a 78 Oldsmobile. And I was comfortable. I got a little bit of suntan.
On a 78 Oldsmobile?
Yeah.
Oh, you was a little fucking kid because
Well, I was
that
five.
even five, a goddamn preemie would have a hard time sitting on one of them. Do you look at a 78
Yeah.
Olds package
I know
tray?
I was up there for a period.
I would bet you it was probably about 5 to 7 inches wide.
I was up there. I'm telling you. And I remember it. I was little. I mean, when we moved to Denver, and
Jesus.
then maybe it was when we moved back. I don't know, but one of those there or back, I was up there. But that's
Were you going for like a weight gain thing or something?
I was
They're like,
bored out of my damn mind.
oh my god, this is insane. This child's not growing.
I'm five or six. I was 5 years old probably in a car with AM FM radio and no tablet. No, my sister and I got done with Boggle, so I was like, "What else are you gonna do?"
I'm gonna see if I fit like a third brake light.
Oh yeah, we were literally, climbing the walls and just clawing our way out of the damn car.
Do you want to know something that I know about that? Those cars were so goofy. Their package tray was so goofy that they introduced the 5x7 speaker.
Yep. They were real skinny, narrow. Yep,
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They were the
6x9. Yeah.
instead of a 6x9 speaker, which would not fit.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know you're absolutely right because a buddy, my best friend growing up, had a '78 Oldsmobile Cutlass, and whenever he bought new speakers for it, we had to get these crazy 5x7s. I was like, "What the hell are these things?" And yeah, he had to like special order them.
You needed a station wagon with rear-facing seats.
Though those were badass.
I grew up with that. Rear-facing seats.
One of my best friends, his family had one, and it was great to be in the back.
The GM was rear-facing. We had a Ford LTD, and they folded up.
They
and
folded
faced
in towards each other.
Yeah, and we looked at each other.
My uncle had an Oldsmobile wagon, diesel wagon.
Well,
it was only like four of
Is
them.
the bus coming?
I remember when
Is today trash pickup?
No, I mean it's common. You got to plug in. You got to get the globe plug or whatever. You got to plug them in.
Did he plugged it in?
He had to plug it. He always came over.
Didn't have to.
No, but he did.
I bet he was in a garage doing that too.
No, it was when he come over for Christmas. They always come in that Oldsmobile wagon and he'd plug. He'd be like, get the extension cord. Uncle Jim's coming over. Got to plug in the Oldsmobile. Yeah. And he didn't need to.
No, hell no, he didn't need to.
But yeah, he did. He did.
Not unless you lived in Duluth when you were younger.
Yeah. But no, yeah, you're right. Riding in the back seat of that with facing backwards. It was fun. We thought it was cool. Think of the fumes that were coming in as we were all choking on all the
Oh, you're
fumes.
probably all right. They had charcoal canisters back then, so you were all right. I mean, you weren't getting a lot of fumes. I think you'd be more upset about, the UV. You were up against glass.
Or getting rear-ended.
Right.
Yeah, you would have been a memory at that point.
But think about that, like, well, my wife, her mother, whenever she was alive, would tell the story about how she brought her home from the hospital. That they didn't,
held them.
1975.
Yeah.
No, she didn't hold her because she didn't think it was safe to hold her.
Oh, geez.
So she put
Throw
her
in the back next to the
she
stag.
put her on the floorboard. An infant put her on the floorboard of the car. And
wore heels home.
Yeah.
Sorry, baby.
It was like, oh, I'll just put this down here where I normally put my purse. I'm just gonna,
or trash.
But that was normal. I mean, how many times we ride around in cars and we're just climbing everywhere, and
I remember I was young. I was 4, I bet. I was 4, and I remember. I mean, it's vague. Don't get me wrong, but I remember when my mom brought my youngest brother home, and that would have been in '79, and she held him. Just held him.
Right.
All through I wouldn't say all through the 80s because we got rid of that car in 83. But my dad had a 71 Catalina convertible. And we all sat in the back seat. And my middle brother, stood and would put his head through the top, like not through the top like fucking Flintstones, but like you would see a bump where his head was. And my dad would get so pissed. He'd be like, "You're stretching the top out
the
you
roof."
dummy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he stood. He never, he never sat down. He stood the whole time.
So I remember when we were really little, my brother was probably 2 or something. And we were driving, I don't even know what kind of car, a 60-something green, nasty, boxy car. But of course, there's no seatbelts in the back seat.
They were just back.
Yeah, they were just tucked
You would
in.
have found Cheetos before you found
I guess.
seatbelts.
And so
A Band-Aid.
all 3 kids are in the back. And there's the front seat was this big bench seat that went the whole way. And one of the coils of the spring of the seat had broken, was sticking out the back of the seat. And my mom was driving and had to slam on the brakes, and
Right into the coil.
My brother was facing backwards, like he was looking out the back window. Of course, nobody's strapped in or anything, so he flies forward, gashes his head on the back of this coil
Spring.
and just cuts his head open. This big, gash in his head. Doesn't go to the hospital. Takes him. We drive straight to her good friend's house where they go take him in, and they're praying for him to get to be okay, and I'm sure they're dressing the wound or whatever.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say you can pray all your that's not going to coagulate blood.
he ended up being okay, so I guess it worked. But he's still got a massive scar on the back of his head or whatever, and it was
terrible.
nasty. But yeah, no seat belts and coiled springs sticking out the back of your vinyl.
Yeah, that's back when they had load-bearing ashtrays.
That's funny.
So
But that's not even what we're talking about. We
no,
we already did an episode on stupid shit we did as kids or whatever dangerous shit we did as
So
kids.
if you have a let's say a station wagon with the swing open door in the back, right? Is that
it's still called a tailgate?
Tailgate? Is that what it's still called?
Yeah, or they'll call it a cargo door.
Okay.
If you want to go down that road. So we'll talk about like Suburbans or anything.
I was going to say a modern SUV. What would the back?
So
the
that's called liftgate. That's called a liftgate.
Yep.
But if they open and from the center, you have a right and a left. They're
like
called
a van.
They're called barn doors.
Barn door. Like the part name is called a barn door.
It would the style of the vehicle would be called barn door.
Huh. Wow.
You would have a barn door Suburban.
Yep.
Or a liftgate Suburban.
Okay.
The more you know.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't say that when hey, what are you selling, a '98 liftgate Suburban? You wouldn't say that, but but if someone asked, if I was to say, hey,
does it have a liftgate?
Is it a liftgate or is it barn doors?
Yeah,
and yeah,
okay,
and that's just the talk. That's just the lingo you'd say.
Yeah,
and if you said things like that, those little things. That makes you seem like you know what you're saying, and I think that's what our topic was going to be tonight.
Try to sound like they know what
you want to sound like you know what you're talking about, and we. So
if I said
cars.
I want the French door version of the Suburban,
yeah, I would say you want French doors. I got a maid costume for you, sweetheart, and we can French door you.
Well, it drives. We're kind of doing like the grammar Nazi thing here a little bit. Like it's all over the internet. You go to like comment pages or Facebook and Twitter, and people are nitpicking on commas or not even commas, but like using the wrong to versus TOO.
It's there, not there.
Right. We're kind of going on there, but we're not going to be that. But
nitpicky.
Hey,
no,
that pisses me off.
Yeah, it drives me
a lot
too.
I try to be correct in that in those.
So are there any
other?
other?
Y-O-U-R is your. Y-O-apostrophe-R-E is you are.
Yeah.
Are there any other obvious car parts that piss you off, or at least you point out?
Just when I hear, like I said, I'm at work all day, so I hear it another way. That'd be like if a cardiologist heard you call it a ticker. No,
it's not a.
It's
ticker.
not called a ticker, asshole.
Your blood pumper.
Yeah. So I mean, proctologists call it a mud cutter. No, it's
that's not it.
That's not what it's called, sir. So it's not necessarily that I'm picking or anything. I mean,
so I guess there's people that call hubcaps wheels, or
no, those are different things,
right?
Yeah.
I know, but or look at the wheels on that car, and you're like, no, those are hubcaps.
Those are hubcaps,
right.
So like my truck, it kind of actually bothers me, makes me want new wheels. Mine are wheels, but it's actually a plastic cover over a steel wheel.
I had that too.
Yeah, it's chrome, and they look good, and they clean up real nice, but they're not steel. They're not solid metal wheels.
And then there's alloys, but not all wheels are alloy rims, right?
Well, alloy is a style of is a metal,
right? But not all non-hubcapped wheel is an alloy, or is it?
No,
fucking iceberg in there.
Iceberg straight ahead.
And yeah. No, it's not necessarily.
But people call them alloys.
Right.
Oh, I got alloys.
Well, I think when
Anything
you hear
that's
it,
not hubcaps.
right. And when you hear that in that context, they're either saying that they have some sort of.
I mean, an alloy is just a mix of metals, right? Anything alloy is a mix. Of
I have alloy wheels. They might be saying that they're, the shiny gray or they're chrome or whatever. I don't talk like that. So you guys shouldn't either. But I don't know. I mean, you guys probably run across this a lot.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was saying before we started here about that. It's everywhere. But in the computer world, the thing that sits on your desk, if you have a desktop computer, I'm not talking about laptops.
That's a
here.
screen.
No, well, the box, the box with the power button. With the cup holder that slides out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. I just normally pull the tray out and set my sandwich on it.
But a lot of people call that a CPU or a hard drive.
Right.
And it's neither of those things. It's the PC. It's the computer. It's the case.
The whole thing is the computer.
Right, right. And inside there's a hard drive. And inside there's also a CPU. And, yeah.
Intel inside?
Well, that would be the processor. Yeah, the CPU. But in most cases.
People call like an SD card a thumb drive.
Right. Right.
or
That's
a thumb drive and SD card or
Right.
whatever, as if they're interchangeable.
memory stick.
Yeah.
It's like, no, all right, whatever. But
Right.
I mean, but I've worked on help desks. I've dealt with some of the very intelligent when it comes to what their job is. Maybe they're financial wizards, but they don't know dick about computers. And it's like, well, I don't know, the box, the my hard drive, it's not making any noise. It's like, well, is it plugged in? Yeah, I mean, there's bad.
Sing to it.
Yeah, there's bad customer support stories all over the internet, but no, that one drives me a little nutty.
A more modern confusion would be router and modem.
Right.
So
Right.
when your Wi-Fi is down at home, is it the Wi-Fi or is it the modem? The fuck? It's the same
See,
thing.
I'm
What are you
more-
talking about?
I'm
Well,
more worried about the tire fire when the Wi-Fi goes down in my house.
Yeah. Now, sometimes it is the same thing. A lot of
there's
some of
two
these
in one.
companies now
Yeah.
have a built-in modem and router. But
Right.
your Wi-Fi is a separate thing. Your modem
Right.
is
That
another thing.
I know.
No,
you,
my
that's-
wife makes that one all the time. She's like,
Mhm.
"Well, just go reset the
Yeah.
router." I'm like, "Well,
Right.
no, probably need to reset the the
That's the
modem."
blinking thing that I hit with a hammer
Right.
at my
Right.
house.
Yeah.
Some bitch ain't working. There it is. All right, I think I got
come back.
the thingamabobber doing the hickey do.
No, but I think because of Wi-Fi being so prevalent, every house,
Mhm.
not every house, but most houses, most American
Yeah, I got rid of
households-
mine when I got his code. I'm good.
right.
Stealing your
Shut
neighbor's
it down.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Yeah, back in I guess my college years, Ethernet was what everybody called, plugging in their network cable to the back of their computer.
Right.
Was that the one that was like the phone?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's an RJ45.
Yeah. So
Bless you.
if your internet was down, you'd say, "Oh, the Ethernet's down," because it might have been your Ethernet cable, or it might
Right.
have been
Now,
what
Ethernet
you
card.
were
Is that when
connected
you
to.
would take
But it
it
was
out,
probably
and
not.
blow into it, and then put it back in?
Yeah.
That's Nintendo.
Oh.
Ethernet's
or
down.
Carl down the road. Take it out and blow on it; it'll be fine.
The things that people would do to make things work again is also funny. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like blowing in a Nintendo cartridge,
Right.
but that shit worked. I mean,
it fucking
it
works.
was legitimate. That was a fix, and I'm pretty sure if you called Nintendo tech support,
They
Did
tell
you
that was
blow in it?
step one. You know,
Yeah, you know what? And I bet their second fix was dump coffee in it. No, I think we got it with the blowing thing. It's working. It's working. All right.
but the things that we had a remote control for, it was an RCA TV whenever my sister and I were growing up, and it was a nice TV. I believe it was a 27-inch color model.
Trinitron.
And, yeah, it was nice, and the remote control was actually kind of cool. It was modern. It was like a stainless steel thing. It was kind of neat, but it was a piece of shit, and the batteries would go out all the damn time,
Mm-hmm.
and we were lazy fuckers, and so we would. Well, you'd just smash the button and hope that it would, and so eventually
I meant 4.
we broke the buttons on the
Right.
remote, and then it got to the point where we realized, I don't know if it was legitimate or not, but if you took the battery cover off and then you just spun the batteries,
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Still do that.
that'd get them suckers
I
working.
still
again.
try that every once in a while.
It used to work like a
Yeah.
champ, but and I mean, I don't know if
Gotta
that
make a good connection.
yeah, I guess clean off those contacts or whatever,
Right.
but. I'm sure there's some electrical engineers like you got lucky.
Yeah.
You got a little bit extra life out of them.
That's a load bearing spring. I don't know what you're doing.
No, we used to do stupid shit but the number one rule is if anything electronic, unplug it and plug it back in. I mean, that's
It does seem to be
that's
the
super
rule.
tech support right
Yeah.
there, and it's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like baseball. It's really simple. Most things in life are really simple. If you boil it down to like, hey, hit the ball. Hey, unplug it, plug it back in.
Yep.
Hey, safety word's banana. Just get it right.
Yeah. It's not hard. It's simple stuff.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
So you said banana. Oh, jeez. Sorry.
All right.
This is our This is episode 2 of the night, in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah, they all go downhill after.
Yeah, but I'm not slurring. I don't think.
No,
you're
we're
much better tonight.
We're in good shape.
I'm in
You're
good
not
shape.
shitting on anybody's leg.
Well,
No.
next time we invite a guest, it's not going to be
Russ
Jack.
Fielding.
No.
Oh, Jack. Oh, yeah, we can have
No,
Jack.
he could have Jack back.
We
He
can
just
have
needs
Jack
to take
back.
a little bit,
Yeah,
Yeah.
He needs to tone her down.
yeah. Jack kind of
Jack
took over the show.
Yeah, he did. He ran 39. In fact, if you guys listen to this, go back to 39. It's a dandy.
That's another thing I used to get wrong. So I used to call a fifth of whatever, vodka or Southern Comfort or Jack Daniels, the little, fits in your hand.
Oh, yeah. No,
What's that called? I don't even know.
That's a pint.
A pint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a pint.
So just a pint. So fifth
it
is
called a
like
pint?
the big handle,
No,
right?
No,
Or
that's a handle. A fifth
What's
is...
a fifth?
If I had it, I have one at the house.
This is your
have one.
standard
Come on.
bottle of
That's
booze.
it's your 750 milliliter bottle
Yeah.
of booze.
Yeah, your standard
So what
And
have
I
you
think-
been bringing? Bigger than that?
Yeah, I bring a handle.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But I buy it that way because it's a little cheaper. But I did
Yeah.
just buy a fifth because Walmart had it for like $18.99. No, Schnucks had it $18.99. They never have it that cheap.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well,
And so I got. I was.
and you had
I-
a coupon, so
Yeah. Oh yeah. Does this coupon work? No, but when
that's
you
for
hand
Cheerios, sir.
yeah, but when you hand that to me, I can cuff you. So,
Yeah, when I was in college, I would get a pint of Southern Comfort or whatever, and then I would
I
be like,
remember
"Oh yeah,
fifth
I got a
grade.
fifth of, I got a fifth of Southern Comfort."
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the fuck I was talking.
a fifth, and I think a fifth.
Is it a
Is
fifth of
it-
a gallon? Or?
Yeah, that's what I thought it meant.
Yeah.
And I'll say I could be wrong. The cloud shit, I'm right about 110%. But the
So
fifth, of,
it doesn't. It seems like if you had 5 fifths, that would be more than a gallon. I
it
feel
seems
like.
like.
Yeah. So it's a fifth of what? It's like a fifth of a
I don't know.
metric barrel or some shit.
I don't know. We're gonna find
Some
out.
guy's
So-
arm or something.
Well, we got the research team checking into it right now.
Well,
so-
and
We're
it
on
might be a fifth of not a of a brewing process or
Right.
something. You
Yeah.
never know.
that ain't it. Fifth is a unit of volume formerly used for distilled beverage. Formerly. That
Not
sounds like
anymore?
it's still fucking used to me. Equals to 1/5 of a U.S. liquid gallon.
There it is.
Hmm. It looks
4/5
like a lot more, I guess.
4/5 quart or 25 and 3/5 U.S. What the fuck? 757 milliliters. It has been superseded by the metric bottle size of 750 milliliters. Well, people still
Okay.
call it a fifth.
Yeah.
I call it a fifth.
Can I have 750 milliliters of vodka, please?
Yeah.
Right into my arm. Well, we don't do that here, sir. But if you want a balloon animal, we do that here. Son of a bitch. I'm at a carnival trying to get intravenous vodka.
Here, alcohol measurements. Look at this. There's a whole Wikipedia page on
There,
this shit.
hey, Ryan.
So there's a
We're
hint.
busy here.
There's a hint, a drop, a dash.
What's a hint?
A hint is
hint-
a one.
Is there a pinch?
A hint of whiskey.
Yeah, is 1/128th of a teaspoon.
What?
Yeah, what use is that?
Yeah, that
You may as
pissed
well
you off.
spit in
What am I trying to clean a wound? Fuck.
A hint.
I'll take a hint of whiskey. I'm trying to numb gums on a baby. You kidding me? Huh? No, that is no longer anything. I'll take a desk of cheese.
Man, these are out there. I'm gonna skim through them here. We got to count as a half flu ounces. A sixth of a gill.
What
Fuck
the
is that?
fuck is
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. It's 23.7 milliliters. I don't know.
I'll take a leg of a midget.
Ponies. We know ponies. It used to be this little beers. Well, they call that 1 ounce. That's not what a pony beer was.
Pony beer was 7 or 8 ounces.
Yeah, a jigger.
But a pony
A jigger
keg-
might be racist. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
you can't say that.
No, I think it's 1.5 fluid ounces,
Well,
but
that's a shot.
no longer used.
That's a
Then
shot.
there's a short shot, which is the same as a jigger.
Well, then what is a real shot?
I don't know.
That's a pony now. Well, now I don't need 2 shots of whiskey of anything.
This is
That's-
very confusing. This is a shitty Wikipedia page.
I can't. Hey,
Everything
let's shut
on
her down. Let's,
Wikipedia is
let's
true.
move on.
Hold on, liquor bottles. Miniature half pint, shoulder. Half pint's what you were drinking there,
Half pint?
I think.
I don't know.
That's
I think that was-
6.8 ounces. Or a pint is
No, it was
12.7
more than
ounces.
6 ounces.
Oh, it's a pint then.
Yeah,
A pint, and then a fifth, and then the jug handle, the Joe handle.
That's 175.
Well, no. I don't fucking know. Yeah, that's 1.75. All right. Enough of that shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, we went down a rabbit hole there, didn't we? But goddamn, that was fun. I don't even know what I was laughing at, but I was fucking crying.
Tried to dance us out of it, but
that's the internet for you, man. It just sends you down. I can't do shit anymore. You get on there to check your email, and all of a sudden you're like,
and the next thing you know, you're watching things that you shouldn't be. I'm on the dark web selling my own Social Security number.
Selling a kidney all of a sudden.
You kidding me? You mean to tell me, I mean, granted, I won't be able to buy a car for the next 12 years, but you want this much? Oh, shit. That's terrible, but I'll do it. Sold. Click.
Now look at this kidney out.
You want what? Oh, yeah, I'll shit a kidney for that. Let you watch.
All right. Well,
Maybe we should call it an episode.
I never even got to. I don't even know what the hell. Yeah, shit that people mispronounce.
Oh yeah,
not mispronounce. Don't know
what the fuck it's called. Yeah.
Sorry, I think I ruined that for us.
No, that was a good one.
Good.
I think it's. Should I let my ass off and screw everybody else? You don't think it's funny? Kiss our ass.
Leave them wanting more.
Yeah, maybe that's what we should change the name of our podcast to, because Russ ain't
We're
gay.
absolutely not changing the name of our podcast. I swear to God, we will have a civil fucking war.
What were we going to try to name it? Fuck off and die?
Something like that.
I think that was our original attempt, and of course you couldn't.
No.
If you don't like us, kiss our ass. Kiss your own ass.
The only thing I will change it. The only thing I will change it to, or I will allow, is 3 Men and a Baby, because I want to punch Steve Gutenberg.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, Steve Gutenberg, and you, Ted Danson.
But if we got one of those wrestlers here, we could be 3 men and a
baby Jesus.
And
because he was baby Jesus.
You were supposed to bring one back with you.
Are you kidding me? Well, they wanted $5 just to stand next to him. Man. Fuck, I can't imagine what it would take.
Well, because they're afraid you're going to put it in your pocket.
Feed it M&Ms. I'll feed you M&Ms the whole way here. That's like a sandwich to you people, isn't it?
You people.
And that's a whole M&M. I think it's even green. That's like vegetables to you, isn't
he's
it?
humping your leg and
yeah, inside my pocket, nonetheless. Yeah, I don't need that. No, they do like 20 shows a month, they said.
Wow.
Could you imagine spending a Tuesday going to do that shit? What do you do Tuesday? I got to cut the lawn. But after that, we're heading on over to the midget throwing contest. Is that what it is? I don't think it's quite just throwing them, but I think they hit each other.
But what happened to midget tossing? That used to be a thing too.
Well, yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's the difference between this and that. So that was pretty much like faux pas. Like, we should feel bad about that.
Yeah.
This
tossing them.
Yeah, they threw one at two guys. Two guys stood up. The one midget put the other one over his head.
Like fans? Oh.
And two fans stood up like, "Oh, there!" And he's like, "Yep." And he threw it, and these two dudes caught.
We got a midget.
Yeah. And, oh my God.
It's not like catching a foul ball at the ball
game. No. But they held it up like they did. Holy shit. And me and my daughter, I think I peed a little. We laughed so hard. She goes, "They just throw them at the audience."
The usher comes down, makes sure everybody's okay, and gives them a sticker.
Yeah, we're going to need that back. We're going to need that back.
We only get so many midgets a month. Yeah. It's not in our budget.
Yeah, we got a catch and release policy here.
I lost a lot of fluid tonight. Oh, fucking crazy.
Yeah. Maybe I should just switch to beer. I had you guys going pretty good. Ryan's red faced. Jared's got a pretty good gig we're going.
Man, I'm sweating. I'm crying. I don't know.
I feel like Rip Torn over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw confetti.
I gotta give it to you tonight, man. You were on. Hey, if you like what you heard, or fuck it, if you don't like what you heard, send us a message on the social media stuffs at Load This Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you give us 5 stars on iTunes and like us, follow us, tell your friends, send us an email. loadthispodcast@gmail.com. And check us out on YouTube. Get a load of this podcast right? Did I get that right?
That's
that time?
right, yep.
I usually get it
that's
wrong.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Rip Taylor. I'm sorry, not Rip Torn.
I
Rip
like
Torn
Rip Torn.
was the gay guy, right? He was
Rip Torn was Men in Black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who's
The boss.
You're right. That was Rip Torn. Who was the like
Rip Taylor was the one. Rip Taylor threw the confetti.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're all here having fun, good time, right? Hey, okay.
Okay, you're right.
Rip Taylor.
Got my rips mixed up.
Yeah.
Hey, you had me at Rip Torn, so it's fine.
It
Well,
works.
that'd be. You know what? We get one email and it'd be like, "Hey, asshole, it's Rip Taylor, not Torn."
Yeah.
And then I would
Getting
have to.
confused
And
with
then I would have
Nipsey
to.
Russell too.
Nipsey Russell. Holy shit! You ever
But
seen
he
Wildcats?
wasn't really effeminate, really.
Yeah, kind of. You ever seen Wildcats with Goldie Hawn?
Yeah.
He's the principal.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Won't stop eating peanut
Is
brittle.
he alive? Is he dead?
I'm sure he's gone.
Nipsey Russell. Well, we're gonna check on that. Hopefully,
And
he's
you know,
still
I got
alive.
rhymes like Nipsey Russell. That's a little.
On
that's
that
a
note-
little Beastie Boys.
Well, last but not least, fuck the Cubs.
Oh,
Yeah, we got to throw that in there.
I hope somebody like trips Rizzo, and he like falls, and his head hits like a stool, and then that stool breaks in like a bunch of pieces, and like it gets in Bryant's eye,
splinters off into
Yeah.
Chris Bryant's eye.
right? And then like Joel Madden comes out, and he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
And
they're
he
like, "Oh my
slips
God."
on a
And he
piece of
slips on a piece of it, falls down, and it goes into the small of his neck, and it just like embeds into, and he's not dead. He's still
Is
alive.
he like a zombie?
But yeah, he's like just duh,
Zombie Madden?
duh. But they got like a double header that day. So Chris Bryant can't see. Joel Madden is drooling, and Rizzo is just fucked
Yeah,
up.
he's got a concussion at least.
At least, at the very least, a head contusion. So they like wrap it with like ace bandage, and his hat won't fit, so they have to borrow it from somebody else. It won't fit over his
They
bandages.
got to cut the back of it out.
Yeah. And he goes up to bat, and he's facing the crowd. He almost swings at the
No,
catcher.
turn around, Rizzo.
Tonight on
Alright.
Sports Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys got fucked up.
Until
Oh,
next
man.
time, I'm Jared,
I think I'm Ryan.
And this is Joe.
and get a load of this.